Hello everyone, this is Reggie Patterson and welcome to this week's Tuesday Tip. This week I want to talk about why you need a USP or unique selling proposition for any PLR that you use. So let's go ahead and get started. What do we mean by USP? Let's talk about that, specifically when it comes to PLR. And I like to discuss this really at the brand level. Most people understand that when they get a piece of PLR, they're going to do something to it. They're going to have to add some kind of USP to it. They're not just going to take that product and make it available and think it's going to sell all by itself. And most people understand that they're going to have to put something in it that's going to make people say, oh, you know what? I really want this. Even if I got it from somebody else, or even if I got it and I've seen this before, I need to have it specifically for this element. And so if you can add a USP to your product, you're going to be able to generate more sales, even if you didn't do anything else and you didn't do anything else right. Now, here's the thing about PLR. Most people believe that the way you work with it is to get a bunch of it and put it all together and give it to people cheap. That's what most people think. But if you start thinking, in terms of, I don't want to compete on the basis of price, I'm not going to compete on the basis of I'm the cheapest guy or I'm the cheapest woman or my product is the cheapest. Get all my stuff and get it here at this cheap price, you're going to be in a better space in order to generate actual profit with the PLR. And plus, when you do it this way, it's an exhausting way to build a brand because basically your brand is, I've got a lot of it, I can make it all available to you, and I can make it available to you cheap. Now here's the thing, right? You can certainly do that, but guess what? There's always going to be somebody that makes more of it available for cheap. Like, there's no way you can differentiate in the marketplace that way. There's no way you're going to be able to sustain profitability in that way. I'm just going to give it away. I'm just going to make it cheap, and I'm going to make it cheaper than any other man or any other woman. Now, as I said, the issue is always going to be somebody can always come in behind you and add stuff at a cheaper price. This is why you don't want to go in this direction when you start talking about PLR. You want to start thinking about, number one, having a USP at the product level. Yes, you probably already know that, but definitely at the brand level. Why should I buy from you anything, right? Why should I come and listen to your podcast? That's USP. Why should I read your blog? That's USP. What do you offer that I cannot get anyplace else? And so what you've got to really be able to develop at that level, a reason for people to engage with your stuff. And so that's what you're really going to be adding. Your PLR, you'll be bringing into a system where people are coming to you for your brand. They're coming to you for what it is you offer them. They're coming in because you are consistent about delivering some kind of message or product in some way. And all you're doing is you're bringing PLR into that context. If you will commit to a USP at the brand level that really matters to a customer, then the PLR becomes a vehicle for you to use that USP to find your right customer, right? Or to satisfy the right kind of customer. The more you can build that uniqueness at the brand level and the product level in a way to connect with customers, you can expect to see repeat buyers. And that's the point of all this. Why? Because the USP is not just to make sales. USP is designed for you to get repeat customers. So that's the reason why we developed the USP. Now you might say, I've seen people develop sales and I've seen people develop sales without USP. That could be true, but it's difficult to get repeat buyers because it takes so much energy. If you've got to recreate a brand every time you sell something, then you're going to be exhausted by the time you actually get ready to serve that customer. If you can develop a USP at the brand level, develop a reason for people to buy things from you, a reason for people to listen to you over and over again, that level of uniqueness becomes the reason why, you make sales. It becomes a reason why you have people stopping at your site. You've got to be continually working on developing it. And then you drop the PLR within a system. So again, everything that we're talking about here is the system. It is the context through which we drop our PLR into. For example, do you have some way that you sell a product? Is it your way of delivering a product that makes you unique? If you're talking about content, do you have a unique way of presenting whatever it is? Do you have a unique set of contacts that nobody else has? USP gets us thinking along these lines. What is a sustainable competitive advantage? And this might sound a little too pie in the sky for just wanting to sell an information product or just wanting to use PLR. Actually, it matters, everything, because if you can think in terms of sustainable competitive advantage, what you're basically going to be doing is you're going to be saying that I'm going to offer something that nobody else can offer, and it's going to be hard for anybody else to copy. So even if I sell something similar that everybody else has, that everybody else is selling, people are buying from me because of the way that I do it. They're buying because of the way I deliver. They're buying because of the way I set it up, or they're listening to me because of the way I present it. And it's not easy for anybody to come behind me and copy me. That's what's going to be important. That's how you got to be thinking about your USP. And when you find out what that is, you continue to work on that, right? You continue to focus on what your unique selling proposition is, because it's always going to be more efficient for you to generate sales if you get people listening to you because of a USP. Because if you can focus specifically on the thing that other people find difficult to copy, then what you're going to find is that you will get customers on that basis that people cannot replicate you, and you can stop competing on the basis of price. You can stop competing on the basis of, I need to be as cheap as everybody else. No, you don't if people are coming to you for your USP. Now, you and I need to be working on a way to connect with customers, and that is ours uniquely. And so that's really what we're trying to do when we develop our USP. And so you've got to start thinking, okay, what does this look like, when we start bringing PLR into this kind of system? Okay, remember, you can get access to our newsletter at IamProfitsCoach.com. And if you are interested in learning more about how you can use PLR to grow your traffic and profits, my team has put together a special training course that shows you exactly how to do that. You can check it out by going to impc.ws/PPL if you're interested in that. Also, be sure to take a look at our Digital Retirement Rebels Insiders Club at impc.ws/14day. Okay, so with that, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. Take care.